We're pleased to be joined by two friends from the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, Mary Lee Hannell, Chief of Human Capital, and Sean Kazmark, Principal Planner, Port Department at the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Good to see both of you.
Thanks,
Good seeing you too.
Port Authority is a huge organization impacting the New York, New Jersey region, but we're not here to talk about the organization overall. We're here to talk about the specific targeted effort to recruit, hire, train, and make the most of our terrific veterans who have given so much to our country.
Absolutely. And our Veterans Initiative, relatively new, since 2017. We made a strong commitment that we would double down on the number of veterans we had in the organization at the time to bring it to a 5% target, and we are just about there. We're at 4.9% ahead of schedule.
Is it challenging?
It is mostly because translating military skills into corporate skills is a little bit of an art. And sometimes veterans don't even know how to translate those skills themselves. So to help them repackage the skill sets they have and figure out where they fit into the corporate leadership world is a bit of a challenge, but very doable. Just need some time and effort.
So let me ask you this. You served 12 years, Navy.
Correct.
6 active, 6 in the reserves. It goes without saying. On behalf of everyone in public broadcasting and our FIOS or other friends, thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
You took skills away from that experience that you brought to the Port Authority, such as?
Sure. So I think it's important to note, first off, that employers oftentimes spend a lot of time, resources, and money trying to replicate the technical skills that and the soft skills that the men and women learn in their training, starting from basic training to their follow-on schools. And so it's the soft skills that you continue to utilize in your military service.
Such as?
Dedication to duty, responsiveness, being able to...
How about being reliable and on time? Little things like that.
Well, those go without saying.
Mission-driven.
Right.
Mission-driven.
What does that mean, mission-driven, Sean?
So each individual branch is instilled sort of core values that they learn. And when you take on an assignment or when you're asked to do something, I feel as though you project those core values in any aspect that any sort of role that you take on.
And the other thing that's fascinating to me is, by the way, to fully disclose, the Port Authority is one of the underwriters of what we do, and we learn a little bit about this Veterans Initiative. And by the way, go to our website also. It's a whole range of veterans-related programming at steveadubato.org. The team will put it up. We're so proud of the work we're doing, but there's so much more to be done. There's a Veterans Association. Describe it.
So it is an association not only of veterans who are in our workplace, but also of veterans allies. So senior leaders across the organization who come together, and we work on things that are really important to making the veteran experience easy at the Port Authority, like revising a military leave policy, which we did in conjunction with Sean and the Employee Resource Group. We had a policy where our veterans who were continuing training weren't able to have enough time to do that without using vacation time. We changed the policy to allow them the time that they need to continue the training to serve our country without having to take their vacation time. It's a big deal.
So and you're the inaugural president of the association.
Yes, sir, yeah.
Which means?
So in 2016, when I came on board, we realized that there was no unified platform for military veterans to get their questions and concern to top-level management within the Port Authority. So myself, along with other individuals, many of which are still serving on the executive board today, came together and we formed this organization. We have 95 members so far. And as Mary Lee had pointed out, that ranges from new hires to top-level management, personnel within the Port Authority Police Department. And so, I volunteer a lot of my time, my off-duty hours, to advance our initiatives and to make sure that the veterans within our organization have a unified platform in order to voice their concerns to leadership.
How rewarding is that for you?
I take a great deal of pride and satisfaction in volunteering my time, and I take a great deal of pride and satisfaction in my executive team, who it's not just me. I give majority of the credit to them for stepping up and donating their time as well. So.
Curious about this. In many of the programs we've done about veterans and the issues that veterans face, particularly in the workplace and being reconnected to society, the issue of a stigma, I'm thinking stigma. Stigma, we're not talking about mental illness per se. We're not talking about drug and alcohol addiction per se.
Right.
We're dealing with people who served our nation. Stigma, as it relates to the workplace? Such a thing?
I believe so. And I'll say that because when we first
Well, people don't say it publicly because you never get away with it.
Right.
But actions, good, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay. The reason I think that's true is when we started this initiative, we thought we had a certain number of veterans in our organization.
Sure.
It turned out that people weren't disclosing. They did not feel comfortable disclosing that they were a veteran. So when we formed the Employee Resource Group, and we really press releases, and we made it a big deal that we wanted to know who these people were. We wanted to support them. We wanted to bring in more. Then folks felt more comfortable. But initially, not so much.
They didn't want to be the first.
Did not.
Sean, a few seconds left. The idea that people would not say, yeah, I served. Surprising to you?
Not surprising, but I encourage those who have served their country and have given everything they have in the service to their fellow man to step forward and have employers recognize the skill sets that they have. Not only the technical skills, but the soft skills that I mentioned that employers are going out and trying to replicate. So.
Right. Important work you're doing every day. So Mary Lee and Sean, I want to thank you for joining us and talking about the work being done as it relates to the needs of our veterans, but responding, not just talking about it, making a difference. Thanks so much.
Thank you for your time.
This is One-on-One. We're at the Tisch WNET studio in the heart of Lincoln Center, New York City, Manhattan. We'll be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 30 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Wells Fargo, ADP, New Jersey Sharing Network, Atlantic Health System, New Jersey Resources, and by NJM Insurance Group. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.